before we get into all the logistics of this, how do you feel about the Westbrook move, and how do you feel about what the Lakers did kind of overall?
I've always been a huge Westbrook fan, because when you got a guy who has a motor like that, who doesn't get tired, and the other thing we don't talk about, he hardly ever gets hurt unless Patrick Beverley runs into his knee on purpose. He never gets hurt.
True.
So he's been a very durable guy, and I like that. Because when you got LeBron who's going to have to take some time off, and AD if he has, get hurt, so you need a guy like Westbrook who can control a game. He can get up and down. He can make people around him better. That's the key, because he's a walking triple-double. I'm going to be excited to see him and LeBron on the court and who fights for assists. Because it's going to be rough out there. But I am disappointed that they didn't get Buddy Hield. I think he'd have been a great addition to the team. I figured they could have still worked in some kind of trade to get Buddy Hield and get him on the team, because they need a shooter like Hield. He's one of the best shooters that are not talked about in this league. And think about it. You got LeBron penetrating. You got Westbrook penetrating. You kick it out to Buddy Hield, who can knock it down. Wayne Ellington, been there, done that, and the Malik Monk is not a three-point shooter. It's going to be very difficult, because we always talk about how everybody needs three-point shooters. I just don't see, even Bazemore, I don't see the Lakers with a someone who scares me from the three-point line.
Look, obviously your focal point is Bron and AD, but because Bron is another year, will be another year older in this season, I think into December, and AD, he may have a hangnail one day and miss 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to be able to stagger these things. And this is where Westbrook comes in. Look, I get it. There are going to be buildings being built in downtown LA because of the bricks that he's going to throw up from three. And we get that. But his ability to orchestrate an offense when LeBron is either on the floor or not, and his ability to attack and bring that energy, I think that's the other scorer and the other dynamic force that the Lakers are looking for. So I think it works out. But it's going to be interesting to look at. And I'm happy the way that the Lakers and Rob Pelinka have built this thing out.
I'm just worried about down the line now that they brought all these former Lakers back.
Yeah.
Because I called up Miss Buss. Yo, I'm a former Laker. Let me get some of that. Let me get a 1-year contract.
You see what Chris Paul did? Chris Paul can sign that contract. Robert Horry can sign that contract.
I'm a former Laker. Let me get some of that.
This is not a 2000 to 2002 reunion. This is a 2013 to 2018 reunion.
No, it can't be. It can be. To your note there about age, for what it's worth, Carmelo's 37, LeBron's 36, Trevor Ariza is 36, Marc Gasol's 36. Dwight Howard turns 36 in December. Wayne Ellington's 33. Bazemore's 32. And Westbrook is 32. Your whole roster is 32 and up.
And then you got the younger guys.
Tucker, some of the younger guys. Monk,
like that. So when you do the average age,
it's the oldest team
it's 31. It's the oldest team ever. I was like, no, you can't do that. Take THT out of that and then give me the average age.
Like 34.
THT, he a baby,
like
man.
3 years.
He can't go in the store and buy some alcohol, man. So you got to take him out there. And then I want to see what the average age is. So
he's pulling the curve down. He's pulling the curve way down.
It'll be rough. Yeah.
And LeBron, by the way, not happy about the comments that people have been making about the team's age from LeBron. And by the way, posted this, I think, on his Instagram and then took it down within a day.
Yes.
Quote,
yes.
Keep talking about my squad, our personal ages, the way he plays. He stays injured. We're past our time in this league, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Do me one favor, please. Do it, please. Keep that same narrative energy when it begins. That's all I ask. So he's none too happy.
Hey, look. Hey, Big Shot, this is what I've heard. I've heard them called the LARP Lakers.
I love that.
I've heard them called the Life Alert Lakers.
I like that.
I've heard that they're going to be sponsored by Gold Bond. Shout out to Shaq. Icy Hot. I heard that I've seen memes of like two older white women in a senior citizen home. That's what the Lakers gonna look like, fighting, getting up and just. I've seen it all.
I've seen it too. It's been funny, but I ain't gonna lie. It makes good entertainment. It's funny, but I hope they prove them wrong so I can have something to talk about, and so we can win another Emmy.